Many congratulations, another dominant display through to the last 8. You must be a really happy man right now.
Yeah, of course. In fairness to Jonny, he never played his best today. He was, I think, the 140 in the first leg when he missed 3, sort of lifts me up and it sort of puts him on the back foot. But no, I was impressed. I was ruthless today. Wanted to get that done as quick as I could. Knowing Jonny, how good he is, and when he's on, it's important to get that done when people ain't quite playing their best here. So, no, I was very impressed with myself today.
And we know that Jonny has been struggling over recent months. Were you surprised by just how comfortable it was today?
Yeah, obviously. I think as a professional now, maybe when I played this game maybe 7 years ago, sometimes you'd look at it and you think to yourself, it's going to be easy because I'm playing so well. I think knowing what you know over them years, sometimes you can't take anyone for granted now. And that includes Van Gerwen. Even his thinking, I think, has changed on the game, and he used to dominate, so it's just one of them.
And now through to the quarterfinals for the first time since you lifted this title in 2018.
Been a long time.
Is that a positive omen for you?
Yeah, I feel really good. I'm happy with my game. I'm consistent, I would have loved to have gone through the roof today with my performance. It weren't quite that. Doubles were very good up until the end. But look, it's just a job done. It's another nail sort of in the wood and just keep moving forward. That's all I want to do. Nice little rest now.
And now it's going to be Chris Dobey for a place in the semi-finals, a repeat of your tie in the last 16 last year, a repeat of the Masters final. Time for revenge?
I thought you were just going to carry on with this then, you know what I mean? That was never going to stop, was it? But, nah, he's great, What he's achieved this year, and he had the Premier League, I think he was the right pick to go in. He's really changed his game. It's changed him as a person, and he needed that. And I'm going to have to be at my very best next time. He's quality player, I'm going to have to be as sharp as what I'm being on doubles, but I'm going to have to score a little bit more.
Thanks, Rob. Well done.
Thank you.
Rob, huge congratulations. Does it give you a lot of confidence that you're in the quarterfinals when you haven't hit your top game yet?
Yeah, obviously. I think sometimes you can hit your top game a little bit easier when you're being hit back a little bit more, And I've had a couple of comfortable sets there. Didn't really overexert it, but done the right things at the right times. But at the same time, I think my top game's in me now. At the minute, I'm confident. I'm enjoying the darts and all. I don't know what's happened, but I absolutely love it at the minute. Go to sleep and that's all I can see is a dartboard. Must be the saddest person in the world.
You spoke about, obviously, Chris being the right pick for the Premier League last year. Do you feel that you've done enough to get in this year with the season that you've had?
I believe. Look, I'm not one yet to really look forward. I think if it was offered to me, I'd love it. I've said that already. Massive change from probably last year, but at the same time, I think, look, whoever the PDC pick, they've usually got it right. Chris Dobey's a prime example. So if I was in next year, I'd completely embrace it. I love it, and I think it'd help me being back on TV for a duration every week, because that's what it does. When it's not going bad, it actually feeds you. If you can get a little bit of success. But yeah, that's down to the PDC, and whatever they choose is final, and I'll honour that.
Looking at the quarterfinal lineup, there's a few that have put statements out and markers. Who do you think will name the biggest danger for you in this title?
I think just one game at a time, really. I'm not really looking too far. I've watched a fair few games, which I don't really normally watch darts, in fairness. I think that's probably helped me to come in and want to do the things what I'm doing. I suppose, look, Chris Dobey, he's just took the number 1 out in the world and the current world champion. He's dangerous, so I think him. Obviously, Michael looks good. Luke looks maybe a little bit vulnerable at the minute, but I think that'll change once he gets his darts back, so be good.
Rob, many congratulations.
Thank you.
Rob, how pleased are you with the consistency you've showed during this tournament? High 90s, 10+ averages, they seem to be coming fairly easily at the moment.
Yeah, I think look, doing enough and being able to take the game away. Today, that was more important not about averages, is being able to sort of boss the game, take the game away, do what you need to do. And it was important for me today to get that 4-0, I wanted that 4-0 because I knew it was there, I knew it was on offer, and I knew Jonny really wasn't playing his best, in fairness to him. But it was all about just sort of getting it done, and I've done that. And yeah, gives me massive confidence to control a game throughout and follow it through.
You talk about wanting to be picked for the Premier League. That's a massive mindset change from when we were speaking to you around a year ago now.
Yeah, of course. I think quite openly, you know, I had things going on, things what I wanted to do in life. For me, you know, I had my last son. He wasn't at school, and I wanted to spend some time with him. And another thing I don't know, I look at it a little bit different now. Maybe would I have been fully ready after coming off a loss in the Masters final? And don't get me wrong, I've improved as the year's gone on, and I feel back to full strength now. But at the same time, I believe I've done what I wanted to do with my family now. And he goes to school now 5 days a week, so no disrespect to the missus, no point me being at home for 3 or 4 days when he's at school, you know, I'm not seeing him. So I wanted to achieve that as a goal, really. I've never done that with 4 of my kids. Important for the family, it was important to me. But now I'm mentally ready for it. That's what I would say. I'm better mentally. Last year, no, because I had that in my brain and other stuff, I wouldn't have performed. And the PDC, like I already said, they normally get it right, you know. You can't really complain, can you, you know? Chris goes out and wins the first week of the Premier League after winning the Masters, so who can really doubt it, you know? Thank you.
Rob, last time we spoke, you said that you felt as comfortable as you ever have, or since winning the World Championship. Why is that? Why, say, compared to 18 months, 24 months ago, do you feel less comfortable and enjoying that and even watching that?
Unbelievable that I watch it. No, just I suppose a lot of things changed in my life, and I've settled. My head's settled. I've settled. Used to always be like on a little bit of a rampage sometimes, you know, just in life. But I've really settled. I think maybe maturity, maybe just saying, you know, what's in front of you in life, you're going to handle a lot of it and just keep moving forward now. Just better mentally, really. And it's a different aspect, really, what I've never really had. Because usually I start thinking about other stuff and wanting to wander off, if that makes sense. But no, I want to try and be as good as what I can be at the game and achieve the most out of the game. And that's the perspective, and that's the most important thing to me. It's the most important thing to me family, because I can offer them other stuff, and it's all what matters.
Next up is Chris Dobie. We've seen what he's done this tournament. 102 tournament average, knocked out the world champion. He did make the quarter-final last year, but got whitewashed by Michael Van Gerwen. Do you think that will be playing on his mind?
I don't know. The last 16, I haven't made it for the last 5 years, I think. Maybe 5 years. But yeah, I suppose there's always an element of doubt in me sometimes when I haven't done that for 5 years today. But I don't think it's going to bother him. I think he's just playing darts very well at the minute. He's very comfortable. He's grown as a player, and fair play to him. And it'd just be pretty much go out, give your best, you know. The best man's going to win on the day. But I'm really looking forward to it, because I sort of play 3 games and not going to be nasty to my opponents, because Johnny's great. Jeffrey really did put a fight up, and Trico had just done great to get here. But at the same time, to have someone what's going to play against me now, all these things what I'm saying, I'm going to have to back it up, and I think that's important.
We know the frustration that you can have with yourself when you start games off slow, but the format gets really long now. Do you feel like that just makes you one of the most dangerous players in this tournament?
I've always loved the long format. I think sometimes I look like I'm angry with myself, which I am, but sometimes I need a good kick up the backside to play this game. You can't do it just sort of, I don't know, with revving at 60 miles an hour. Sometimes, yeah, you've got to rev and you've got to push for more. And even today, I was angry with myself because I wasn't sort of getting it done as quick as what I wanted to do, you know. So you have to push yourself, and you have to push yourself to different limits. And that's there at the minute, because the hunger's there in the body, you know. It wants to win every leg. I don't really want to lose a leg, but that's life, and you have to accept that.
Rob, big well done.
Thank you.
Rob, last time around, you were relatively unknown when you got to this stage. How different is it now that you are the seasoned professional, you've been around playing darts, and how do you approach this next phase?
I think because I didn't know, I think it was a great aspect when I first started, you know. You could be ruthless, you could go out there, wear your heart on your sleeve, no one expects you to win. Bobby loses and Bobby goes home pretty much, but it wasn't a fact, was it? So this time round, do you know, I think if I had to pick the two, would I be jagged like I was my first year, a little bit edgy with other stuff, or I could pick now? I'd definitely pick now, because knowledgeable and knowing what's coming, the way I'm feeling, I'd definitely pick the second one, you know. To where I am now, I'm much more comfortable up there. You know, you can play darts from the gods, but sometimes, you work on instinct. Now I haven't got to work on instinct because I know the way the game goes. I've learnt so much about the game, and I've had to do that. It's very important to do that, you know. After the World Championship win, I think my learning actually was to learn about the game, you know. We watch so many players come in every year and they get their tour card, and I'm not saying I'm different, but most people have to do their learning over a period of time, 3 or 4 years. But it was just that my learning at the start, I must have got lucky, and I've done my learning after that first year, you know, at great heights.
And has this year been helped by the amount of darts? And, you know, on previous years you haven't gone around to the World Series. Obviously you did the World Series this year as well, and you played a lot more darts. Has that helped to be in the position you are now? Some people miss games.
Yeah, obviously I'm not one to normally miss much. I think whatever happens next year, I need to look at it, maybe 2 or 3 holidays with the family, you know, because sometimes I haven't put enough time in there. 2 or 3 holidays, and I quite like an holiday now. I can do over 7 days. I could never do it before. Wanted to go back to work, but no, I really enjoy it, and with the kids getting bigger and stuff, being able to enjoy it with them on holiday, it's fantastic, you know. It's all banter, and just take that little bit more time, really. Just treat your holidays, and then you've got something to work to. So also, I'm also feeding my mentality. I think that's important, you know. I went on holiday after the Grand Prix this year. It didn't work out the way I wanted to do. I don't want to talk about the missed darts at double, but at the same time, I think it was important for me. It was important for them, and definitely maybe 3 holidays a year and enjoy a little bit more time with them being away, not with the missus slaving over the stove, you know.
Well, you keep being put on in the afternoon session, and yet you are a world champion now. You want to be in the evening session, do you feel that's a sign of disrespect? What's your assessment of being put on?
I don't think it's disrespectful, you know. I think, look, if you was going to look at it that way, I fight with Luke Littler at the minute, trending #1 on Twitter, 16 years old. I don't want to fight with him. I think he's brilliant, you know. Go and do what you need to do. And then I look at it on the other hand, maybe from my own point of view, I'm not on in the evening, but it served me well so far. But what I would say is, where I'm not on the evening, but we're all on the same money, you know. So I can go back and enjoy my evening tonight, and I'm really not fussed with it, you know. I just want to come here, I want to win, and that's most important. Look, put me on at 4 o'clock in the morning, you know. I don't care. I just got to go up there and win, and that's what I want to do.
Having a good night's sleep, because you're now finished, you're done for the evening, you can have a meal rather than... There must be an advantage to playing in the afternoon as well.
Yeah, I don't know. I love an evening game because then I can get dinner, I can settle myself a little bit more. But then at the same time, I think I'm on a roast dinner at about 10:30 in the morning at the minute, you know, just to sort of like bulk myself up. Not that I need it, but bulking myself up and trying to eat a proper dinner because I won't last a day, you know. A little bit of fatigue.
Proper meal before you play.
Yeah.
Before a match, or?
Yeah, well, not 2 hours, but back before we leave the apartment. At the minute I'm eating properly before I go, you know, and just that way I don't get no fatigue. I don't feel weak. I'm going in there and playing at about 3:30, and I feel about right, you know. Sometimes I struggle with breakfast; it don't hold me down. I'm a weird eater anyway, so my missus is even worse.
Everyone.